Please mind the gap between Indonesia and the UK. Mind the Gap is a student podcast hosted by students to bring you mindful day-to-day conversation from Indonesian students in the UK. My name is Beth, postgraduate student at Imperial College London.
And my name is Angel, postgraduate student at University College London. And our writer, Tamara.
From culture shock to the best value for money grocery stores, we aim to bridge the 12,000 kilometer gap between Indonesia and the UK to help Indonesian students adjust and stay healthy, physically, mentally, and financially. Please mind the gap between Indonesia and the UK. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mind the Gap. Apa kabar nih Angel sama Tamara? Udah 6 bulan ya sejak tahun ajaran baru mulai. How are your study going?
For me, it's going really well. Like this is Easter break though, so I'm taking like a really chill, relaxed pace.
Ya, same here. Aku juga lagi Easter break. Terus kayak udah semingguan libur, berusaha untuk piknik, menikmati sunny days. Dan ya tetap ada deadline. Jadi kayak berusaha untuk membalance my time untuk baca jurnal dengan jalan-jalan gitu sih.
Ya apalagi kayak I'm good. Apalagi beberapa seminggu kemarin we experienced a really sunny and warm day in London. Paling enggak kayak kemarin tuh sempat ada yang sampai 22 derajat, which is quite rare during winter and during spring. So hope you all are enjoying your Easter break.
Today we want to talk about something a bit more serious, which is about safety. Since all of us are in new country and we are far from home, I think this is something that's very important to know. We want to discuss safety generally for students, for women, and for Asian people. How is your experience so far? Have you had any issues?
Aku paling biasanya kalau pergi sama teman itu pulang malam gitu sih. Jadi kayak sering banget pulang malam. Kalau di UK kan di London mostly pakai public transport kan. Which is malam-malam harus naik tube atau naik bus gitu sampai rumah gitu. Jadi kayak jam 11, jam 12 gitu baru nyampe rumah gitu-gitu.
Kalau aku sih juga kayak ketemu temen lah, karena my campus masih still not open, so like all I'm doing now is seeing friends, and sometimes that happens at night, so that's the only time that safety would be like a really big issue for me.
Aku juga sekarang jadi lebih sering ke kampus kan, karena lebih banyak kerja kelompoknya dibandingkan term sebelumnya, karena tugasnya lebih intens. Jadi a lot of us decided to just get together in campus and just work on it in person dibandingkan online. Jadi sering kali aku pulang malam dari kampus, naik tube, kemudian jalan ke rumah. It's definitely lebih alert dengan surrounding area sih jadinya, karena kalau di Indo biasanya aku kalau pulang malam kan naik mobil gitu ya, nyetir sendiri, so it's less exposed, walaupun sebenarnya masih ada bahayanya juga. Cuman kalau di sini tuh kan lebih sering jalan, terus naik tube atau naik bis, jadi it pushes me to be more alert of my surrounding area.
Apalagi kita adalah mahasiswa-mahasiswa yang dari luar gitu kan ya, international students yang ada di negara yang baru gitu kan. Jadi memang kita harus lebih aware sih sama keadaan sekitar, karena ya udah banyak case-case, mungkin nanti kita bisa jelasin, bisa cerita lebih banyak ya tentang case-case yang terjadi di UK khususnya, apalagi di London juga. Itu baik banget case yang tentang student, tentang women, tentang Asian dan sebagainya gitu. Tadi Beth udah jelasin juga, udah cerita tentang di UK sama di Indo itu cukup berbeda gitu ya. Aku di Indo pernah naik mobil yang kayak malam-malam, which is itu juga bahaya. Pernah juga naik public transport yang kayak KRL gitu-gitu, commuter line, yang juga ternyata bahaya. Jadi sebenarnya di Indo pun sama di UK nggak jauh beda sih menurut aku ya. Mungkin kalau di Indo naik MRT kayak gitu-gitu lebih safer, karena orang-orangnya kelihatan lah orang-orang yang kantoran kayak gitu-gitu ya, nggak ada niat jahat. Tapi kalau di commuter line, aku melihat kayak banyak catcall, lebih sering kayak gitu-gitu sih dibandingkan di MRT gitu-gitu. Tapi naik mobil pun juga nggak menjamin kita lebih safe. Kayak ada kayak case-case yang kayak begal kayak gitu-gitu. Ada juga yang kayak dilemparin telur ya, telur biar buram. Terus nanti kita akan turun bersihin telurnya, ternyata habis itu kita dibegal dan sebagainya gitu-gitu. Tapi kalau di UK, karena mostly naik public transport, actually banyak juga yang kayak terlihat menyeramkan gitu ya. Tapi ada juga yang kayak somehow aku melihat orang-orang tuh busy with each other gitu loh. Jadi kayak maksudnya kayak dia melakukan baca buku lah, yang kayak main HP lah kayak gitu-gitu. Jadi somehow lebih safer, tapi somehow juga nggak safer sih. Jadi we need to be aware gitu sih.
And we're more alone gitu juga.
Yeah.
Tapi juga like lately in the UK especially, there's been quite a lot of protests going on. Like the vigil for Sarah Everard, there was a lot of like police intervention there. And you got the Bristol, like in the last 10 days alone, there were 5 protests about a new government legislation, and like one of them even turned into a riot, and people were setting like police vans on fire and breaking the windows in like the police office. And so like because this would concern all students, and so if any like protests or riots are happening around you, like my advice would be to stay inside and don't get involved. And if you're worried about like people breaking into your homes or anything like that, maybe you should stay with a friend for the night.
Ya, aku juga pernah waktu lagi di kampus dan nggak sadar kalau ternyata di taman yang di dekat kampus itu lagi ada protes. Jadi di dekat kampus itu kan ada taman yang lumayan besar. Dan apparently there was a protest and that turns into a riot and kind of bleeding a bit to the street. Dan karena nggak aware dengan keadaan itu, jadi ya ngerasa aman-aman aja, tetap kayak di kampus, terus juga pulang biasa aja gitu. But it could go so much worse. Kayak aku sama teman-teman bisa aja take a break and walk in the park as we used to do, dan gak sadar lagi ada riot and got caught up in everything. So yeah, I think keeping up with your local news is also important.
So like just it's important to stay aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Also, there has been a lot of media coverage recently about harassment and violence towards Asian people across the UK and America. Like last year, an elderly Chinese man was viciously attacked in North London, leaving him disabled and suffering from PTSD. We just want to encourage you all to be safe during this time, especially as a lot of Indonesian people are Chinese passing and may be subjected to this anti-Asian hate. Kayak aku ada temen kampus gitu yang dari Cina, dan she told me that she feels like under a microscope nowadays because of the pandemic. Before, she could comfortably tell people where she's from, and she can walk down the street without like getting unnecessary attention. Right now, she definitely feels like everybody paying more attention. And this doesn't just apply to Chinese passing people. There are also a lot of discrimination and stereotype against other Asian people.
Iya, jadi sama tuh temanku juga, dia Indonesian sih, tapi mukanya memang ya basically nggak Chinese, nggak Indonesian juga, tapi orang-orang bilang dia kayak Bangladesh, kayak Indian gitu-gitu. Dan dia dapat perlakuan juga nggak enak dari temennya sendiri, bahkan kayak this Indian person might stole our luxurious things kayak gitu-gitu loh. Jadi sampai segitunya dikira mau nyolong gitu loh. Dan itu nggak apply to Chinese doang. Asian people yang lain kayak di India, di Bangladesh, di bukan Argentina, Bangladesh, Pakistan.
Kayak ada juga temanku, orangnya sih orang Indo, tapi dia sama sekali nggak Chinese, tapi ya I guess kayak orang di sini kayak stereotype him as Chinese gitu, and then dia juga pas di club tahun lalu orangnya tuh kayak tunjuk dia terus bilang oh ya corona gitu, terus kayak dia taruh drinknya di atas kepalanya sampai dia basah gitu.
That's so bad.
Yeah, and I think because of corona, Asian people lebih di-treat lebih bad gitu kali ya.
I mean, aku juga pernah experience a lot of not a lot, but like some discrimination gitu, especially last year at the start of corona, and then like people were just looking at me and then like whispering things under their breath and giving me dirty looks and stuff like that, and so it made me feel quite unsafe walking in the streets, especially like as a Chinese passing person and a woman as well. Kayak takut kayak what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Tapi mungkin kamu pernah nggak sih? Aku tuh pernah ditanyain sama temen aku, kamu dari mana? Dari Indonesia. And once they know that I'm Indonesian, they ask kan kayak, are you Muslim gitu? Terus kayak, yeah I am. Terus there comes with the whole stereotype about Muslim and like Indonesian in general, dimana kayak it's a country full of like Muslim extremists, teroris dan segala macam gitu loh. So like being Indonesian student, banyak aspeknya sih nanti yang akan dialamin, either dari sisi bahwa the fact that you're women, atau if you're not women, then the fact that you're Asian, and the fact that you're Indonesian, or the fact that you're Muslim, like your religion, pasti kan akan ada stereotype-nya gitu.
Tapi aku sih, kalau misalnya aku ditanya, aku bilang aku dari Bali, so I don't experience as much, because you know they're like, oh Bali, area, and so they don't,
because they don't
jadi they're not as racist about it,
because they don't associate Bali with Indonesia.
So aku sih nggak terlalu ditanyain tentang religionku lah gitu. Which is still a bit rude in my opinion, asking someone your religion.
Yeah, I don't mind sih, probably because they know from Indonesia. Because kita kan salah satu negara yang majority Islamnya tinggi kan, maksudnya kayak banyak. Sebenarnya kayak yang mungkin just want to make sure kalau aku termasuk minoritas atau mayoritas, I don't know. Terus juga last month I think there's a huge story about a woman walking home in South London and was kidnapped and murdered, and then the death of this woman, Sarah Efford, she sparked a lot of protests and concerns around women's safety. And what was particularly concerning to me was that it was a police officer who was arrested for it. Dan kayak protesnya tuh sampai banyak orang banget. I think at first it was not a protest. At first it was like
kayak tribute
memorial,
gitu.
Yeah, tribute gitu kan. People came to the side like, this is it a park or something, and then they put down like flowers and candles and stuff, and people just want to like give respect to her and everything. but then police officers I think try to stop the mass because it's corona and stuff. Tapi it ends a bit violent, di mana dia terus arresting girls. But I wasn't really sure siapa yang mulai duluan gitu loh, kayak apakah si cewek ini yang jadi a bit violent and then the police officers feels the need to like subdue her atau misalnya gimana, I don't know.
Wait, subdue
As
in
in kayak
the crowd
dia
or
sampai di ini kan, kalau dari fotonya itu dia di benar-benar jadi di jalan, dia tuh kayak laying down in the street and then with her hand behind her back dan dipegangin sama polisinya gitu loh.
ini di vigilnya kan?
No,
Bukan secara-
ya di orang-orang
Okay,
yang datang untuk ini giving tribute to her itu. Yang dan
Tapi juga ada Mbak.
Kate Middleton juga sempat datang kan ke sana, saya masuk berita. She came.
Tapi juga bukan cuma di sana loh, kayak ada like di Bristol juga dikit banyak people like protesting tentang kayak women should have the right to feel safe, and then juga itu sampai masuk the government juga, and they were discussing like policies and how to keep women safe. So at least it's raising awareness a lot for it.
Yeah, and I think dia dekat dengan International Women's Day or something ya kemarin. Makanya isunya kayak langsung di I wouldn't say politisasi sih, soalnya it's genuine issue yang emang harus dibahas gitu loh. Tapi kayak jadi blow up banget karena terus dilanjutkan dengan campaign Day gitu.
Kalau kalian sendiri ada nggak stories about like experiencing similar feelings of unsafe when you're going out?
Aku tuh tadinya nggak ada ya, soalnya during the winter I felt quite safe. It's just because I didn't go out so much during the winter. Tapi mulai spring ini mulai banyak kayak pergi-pergi keluar, lebih banyak pulang malam dan segala macam. And then one time aku pernah kayak lagi di station and then mau nungguin teman aku, kita janjian di platformnya gitu. Terus ada guys kind of hit on me, kayak yang dia tiba-tiba datang say something along the lines of like, can I take you with me or something, can I take you with me or like can you take me with you or something like that. Terus habis itu dia kayak, and then I feel a bit gitu kan, jadinya kayak yang agak-agak ngeri gitu. Akhirnya aku kayak naik ke atas ke itu yang lebih banyak officernya. Tadinya aku mau nunggu di bawah kan, cuma kalau di bawah tuh kalau dicep tuh di platformnya lebih sepi dan nggak ada petugasnya, jadi aku kayak naik ke atas gitu. And then the other day juga in broad daylight kayak di catcalls gitu loh, kayak di Indo disiul-siulin gitu loh di overground. Itu juga aku kaget sih, kayak masih siang. But I guess sebenarnya in terms of catcall lebih parah di Indo sih, lebih parah di Indo daripada di sini so far ya. Aku nggak tahu nanti kedepannya gimana. Cuman in terms of pulang malam dan misalnya kita harus berkegiatan malam-malam, aku sih lebih ngerasa safe di Indo sih dibandingkan di sini.
Karena Indo tuh kayak rumah gitu kali ya, karena kita memang
mungkin
used to di situ.
Lebih familiar, kita tahu juga karakteristik orangnya. Kayak gitu. Kalau di sini kayak, waduh, kayak orangnya kayak apa?
Betul.
We don't know like what they can do gitu loh. Kalau di sini mungkin ya.
Aku sih juga ada kayak beberapa like incidences kalau misalnya aku keluar pas malam gitu, kayak ada this one time sih, like I was just going to get groceries and then I was with my flatmate who was also a woman, and then like these drunk guys just kept like following us home, and it was just like a bit scary, and we had to like walk a lot faster. I think for me personally, most of the incidences that happen is about like it's because of drunk guys and then just behaving inappropriately, like harassing me and stuff like that. And juga like it's just when you see like a group of drunk people on the street, just try to avoid them as much as possible. That would be like my personal tip.
Cuma yang aku notice banyak banget tuh kayak homeless people tuh. Aku nggak tahu apakah karena corona ini jadi lebih banyak atau kayak karena sekarang sepi jadi lebih kelihatan gitu. Apalagi kalau lagi sepi banget kayak Easter gini atau kemarin kayak Christmas gitu. Jadi lebih noticeable gitu loh. They don't really do anything sih. Maksudnya kayak yang aku nggak pernah merasa terancam dengan keberadaan mereka sih. Cuman kalau misalnya kita lagi lewat di jalan dan there are like 2 or 3 of them gather around, it just feels a bit melebihi ini aja kayak radar tuh saya kayak nyala semua gitu.
And I think it's not just us kali ya. Jadi mungkin banyak orang yang juga mengalami similar stories kayak kita. Khususnya kita kan sama-sama perempuan gitu ya. Pasti banyak juga yang merasa mungkin diikutin atau di-harass, di-catcall dan sebagainya. Dan memang ini udah saatnya sih kita harus bisa raise our awareness tentang apa yang terjadi selama ini di tempat kita berada saat ini ya. Mungkin kita akan share beberapa tips gimana sih caranya kita bisa stay safe ketika kita lagi di luar gitu ya, di luar rumah atau di tempat kita yang lebih safe gitu kali ya.
Yeah, if you're going for a night out, don't keep your drink unattended to kind of prevent your drink from getting spiked or any date rape drugs. And also make sure you watch how much you're drinking so that you can still get back safely.
I think this applies more towards women as well, right? Especially if you're
Yeah, I mean bisa juga sih buat yang buat cowok juga, soalnya yang kemarin sempat ada berita I think cowok juga bisa gitu diperkosa. Just as much as girls, cuma mungkin secara statistik lebih banyak kejadian against women.
And I think especially like just generally, I think you should never walk anywhere alone, especially at night. And like this goes out especially to all the girls out there. And like if you can, try to have a friend walk home with you. So like right now, I go to like visit my friend's place or something like that, and there's always like usually like a guy there who would walk home with me, and it just helps me feel safer. And I think if you can, you should try to do that as well. And if you do notice someone following you and you're alone, especially, you shouldn't go home because then they'll know where you live. So you go to like a crowded area or even like the police station or something like that, just so they don't know where you stay.
Ya, dan mungkin kita kalau misalnya nggak bisa harus banget nih jalan sendiri, at least kita mungkin share live location gitu kali ya. Mungkin kan di WhatsApp sekarang udah ada live location. I personally juga share my live location to my boyfriend walaupun dia di Indo gitu ya, tapi at least dia tahu kalau misalnya aku tuh di sini gitu. Jadi kayak keep updating to our friends yang ada di sini atau yang di Indo pun. Jadi ketika ada sesuatu mereka bisa monitor kita gitu. Kalau misalnya ada sesuatu yang mungkin suspicious atau nggak biasa gitu ya. Dan ada tempat-tempat di London kayak di underground itu tuh nggak ada sinyal. Nah cuma sekarang itu enaknya beberapa provider itu udah bisa nyedain wifi, free wifi. Jadi kita tinggal register. Salah satunya tuh Three itu dia bisa kita tinggal register for free. Terus nanti kita ketika di underground kita bisa dapat sinyal. Which is itu kan penting ya ketika kita mau di monitor sama teman kita atau keluarga kita gitu.
Yeah, and there's also a safety app that you can download or turn on the SOS setting on your phone. Safety app-nya tuh kayak Be Safe gitu ya. And then this would send your location to your emergency contacts and take a picture of your surrounding. And it's also like they can create a loud alarm. Kalau nggak salah iPhone ya yang dia bisa ada setting yang membuat kalau kita klik lock buttonnya 3 kali, mereka akan bikin loud alarm gitu, kayak bikin loud noises, which quite useful. Oh, Android juga bisa ya?
Android juga bisa kok. Like I turned on the setting in my phone. Yeah. Tapi with my phone itu kayak 5 kali baru
dia
nyala.
Dan setting up your emergency contact. Aku di Indo kan aku nggak pernah mikir kayak setting up emergency contact di HP gitu ya. Di sini aku setting semuanya gitu. Emergency contact.
I think it's also if you're walking alone at night, you should stay in like busy and well-lit roads just to make sure there's people around and not just like one or two guys on the street, and kalau misalnya kamu like you're turning a corner juga try to take like a wider angle, so because usually biasanya aku sih kalau misalnya jalan gitu I try to stay close to the wall, and so like when I turn I can't really see who's on the other side, and I usually end up running into someone. And like I heard this story like this a while ago, and this guy who was just like walking at night, and he was turning a corner, and then someone just hit him in the face because he couldn't see what was on the other side. And so like just muternya agak jauh gitu loh, so you can see what's on the other side. I think it would be one advice for me. And then juga like avoid parks at night, because usually they're not really lit and it's usually just more dodgy.
Dan kalau misalnya tiba-tiba amit-amitnya ada kita tahu ada seseorang yang mungkin ngikutin kita, at least jangan pernah kita engage with them kayak tiba-tiba lo ngapain ngikutin gue gitu, jangan seperti itu. Jangan sok berani. Sebisa mungkin untuk cari jalan lain kali ya. Jadi coba cari jalan sosok muter aja mungkin, atau kayak biarkan dia lewat dulu, mungkin dia buru-buru terus nungguin kita jalan, biarkan dia lewat dulu, atau kayak at least misalnya dia benar-benar ngikutin banget, kita bisa pretend kalau kita tuh ada sama orang lain. Jadi misalnya ada the other girls, kita bisa kayak sosokan jalan deket dia. Jadi kelihatannya kita tuh lagi jalan sama beberapa orang, kita nggak sendirian gitu sih.
And not to put on your headphones kalau lagi jalan gitu loh, biar kita lebih fokus sama keliling kita, kayak kita lagi jalan di mana gitu. Kadang it's so easy for us to lose focus when we're like listening to something or like we're on the phone. Also out for cyclists, karena banyak banget kasus-kasus di sini orang yang kejambret tuh yang ngambil orang naik sepeda gitu, yang kita lagi jalan dan yang jambret tuh naik sepeda, jadi kan susah juga ya, maksudnya kita kayak ngejarnya agak susah juga.
Yeah, and also if you can try not to keep a fixed routine, especially at night. So it's because if they know misalnya you leave campus at a certain time, or you go to like the gym or whatever at a certain time, it's a lot easier for people to keep track of you and follow you if they know where you're going to be. So like misalnya if you can't change your time, maybe try go to like through different routes when you go back, or just like anything else, just to keep a little bit of variety. So if anyone tries to follow your schedule, they might find it harder to do so.
Yeah, and lastly, mungkin kalau udah segala usaha kita lakukan tapi ternyata masih nggak safe, it is very okay to ask for help. Karena masih banyak orang baik yang mau nolongin kita ketika kita merasa tidak safe gitu. We can approach someone, kayak misalnya mungkin kita kan adalah girls gitu ya, kita bisa nyamperin the other girls kayak sorry, can you help me, ada seseorang yang ikutin nih, mungkin kita bisa jalan bareng atau gimana gitu. Jadi at least try to find some help from others gitu. Dan kita bilang kalau kita tuh unsafe, bisa nggak kita jalan bareng untuk sementara gitu sampai aku mungkin merasa lebih secure gitu sih.
Having said that, it is not our intention to kind of scare you off. It is important to acknowledge that there is crime happening wherever you are, but there are a lot of things you can do to keep safe, and if you're in a student city or area, it is relatively more safe. So one thing that we hope you can take away from this episode is that don't be afraid, just be alert. Jadi gak usah takut, waspada aja. Stay safe everyone, and see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Please mind the gap between Indonesia and the UK.